young people, teenagers up until, age of 15 to 25 or something. Originally it was like 35 to 50, I don't know what. Mm-hmm. So we didn't expect that we'd get a lot of backlash on that. But eventually time came by, and then all those angry emails started coming.
Oh, did they actually talked about that specific cut?
Oh my.
Okay.
Not that they just said like, putting on naked women and, why are you spreading your porno or Wake Up Project? I'm like, I'm not spreading your porno.
Because, like, Nimra and I, we were talking about it, we were kind of joking about it, and she said, yeah, it was like such a shock for her, And I said, but I think, just like you said, the shock value of it, it really was impactful because, like, I've got a 15-year-old son. Okay, show him that video clip, and now he's looking at her in a whole different way. Because, I live in Europe. We live in the Netherlands. You see these pictures on the street, on the billboards. So I don't have a way of getting this stuff out of my children's eyes. So what I need to do is talk to him and say, see her, the shaitan is in her, look at her in another way, and she no longer is beautiful, is she? And it's like, oh, yeah, you're right. It's just, it's just an ugly trick. And so actually I think it worked, your intent, it pulled it off, and it was effective, clearly effective.
It's another reason for our naivety is that, not that I was trying to, like, when I was answering the question earlier, I wasn't being prejudiced towards Muslims or whatnot, but I was just saying that, like, our viewers are people who lived in America, who lived in the West, who are already exposed to this daily, whether they liked it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
On TV. It was later on when we had viewers coming in from Saudi Arabia, from Pakistan, who really didn't have this available to them all the time, and we had introduced such images to them. That's when it was like, that was a bad move on our part, and we should do something about it.
Right. Okay, so you have remade the video, and is it a lot shorter than it was than the original?
You mean the clip of...
No, not just that clip. You say you've remade the series. You've kind of softened the whole series up. And is it like for sale on DVD?
Well, look, it's shorter and it's longer at the same time because in running time it is shorter. But this time it's narrated. So a lot of the scenes of the old one, you can say 50% of it was just a black background with writing. Well, right now there's talking and there's imagery under the talking. So there's actually a lot more going on in a shorter span of time.
Oh, cool. Okay. And I think I saw somewhere on the forum somebody said that they saw the Arrivals for sale at their bookstore. Is this true? Like it's for sale in bookstores?
No, we haven't. Us officially as Wake Up Project have not sold a single copy of the Arrivals yet. So, I mean, it's being sold everywhere I've been to. Like I go into little, pirated DVD stores. They're selling it there.
Really?
People send me emails, tell me they got this stuff. Yeah, it's somehow, it's being sold, which is cool. I'm figuring out a lot of these guys are selling it for really like just the cost of the CD.
Right.
But there are some, I'll just say bad people online. Who are selling them on eBay for like £40 or £80, and they didn't even make it. They just download it for free, put on a CD.
Wow.
So anyone who's listening, don't buy from those guys.
Well, I mean, if that isn't a testament to the work, I mean, hello, wow. I mean, that's got to be a YouTube first, isn't it? I mean, a YouTube series and now pirated on eBay, and I mean, I've never heard of that myself. So anybody that happens to be listening and has never seen this series, well, I bet you they're running to go see it. It's all free on YouTube, but I guess maybe the final cut. When you did the final cut, so it sounds like you're pleased with the final cut. You say there's a whole lot more content. You've softened up some of the more controversial things. You've made it a little more professional. Was there anything in there that you really wanted to be in there and it got cut out? Maybe something about the 12 Imams or something? I don't know.
Actually, what we had put in there right now is a little bit more background on groups such as the Illuminati and the Freemasons, because like I said, when we started the series, we were talking to a group of 500 people who were jumping off the Abdullah Hashim bandwagon and other series, so they already had background. And there's a lot of people who, when they watch our series, they leave it, they're still not quite sure exactly how these groups work, where they got their information from, and so on,
Gotcha.
We'd say some things in passing. So we have to, I realize that we have to go back to basics, give some of that really raw and, groundbreaking information, the stuff that cannot be disproven. And then move on to the theories. That's when watching those music videos and watching those films and watching all that will make more sense to you. It's not just a case of like, okay, they put a one eye in a movie. No, there's a lot more depth behind that. There's a lot more thought being put into this. concept.
Okay. Okay, we're just going to take a quick little commercial break, and we'll be right back with Brother Achernahr, co-creator of the famous Arrivals series. Perhaps you have a product that you would like featured here at Wake Up Project Radio. If so, you can contact us at wakeupproject.com. That's wakeupproject.com, and you can inquire about pricing. And there's a double benefit in that. Not only do you reach a wide global audience, but you're also helping to support the radio programming. And inshallah, God willing, we will evolve into a full-blown radio station to quicken the awakening around the earth.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Okay, welcome back to Wake Up Project Radio. We're back with Brother Achernahr, co-creator of the Arrivals series. Okay, Brother Achernahr, back to questions. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you are aware of the book called The Islamic Antichrist by Joel Richardson. Are you aware of that?
I am not.
Okay.
No, I know about Ahmed Thompson's book, but not about Joel Richardson.
Okay, well, because I saw it here and there, just kind of came across my path, and I stopped and I read the little blurb on it, and it just starts off right away. The Arrival series, blah, 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 blah. Goes on, it's like basically swept the globe and this and that, and then it goes on to, it's basically saying that, I guess, I don't know, I was thinking about buying the book, downloading it, and then making my own little, like, video response or something to just kind of knock it out of the water and just,
Oh, is this the one that says, is this, like, Islamic propaganda and whatnot? I think I did read this. Yeah. We got sent that by one of the friends.
So you've read it?
I haven't read the whole book. I read, like, some, I don't know, it was like a excerpt of it online. It was, like, around 2 pages of something.
Yeah.
Perhaps it was just that insert you're talking about, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, I'd love to get you guys on a show and debate it. Or somebody, a bunch of you guys. And
I mean, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I mean, yeah, I'll do it if nobody else wants to do it. I mean, I can't stand when people get out there and lie about Islam. It's just my, obviously, I guess it should be all of our pet peeves. And it's just, that's the fight. People always talk about, oh, Muslims are so bloody and fighting and fighting and fighting. And, yeah, Allah does call us to fight. But it doesn't mean that we have to fight in this, in a physical, bloody battle. I mean, just getting up and voicing the truth is a huge fight. I mean, that's a huge way to fight. So okay, let's go off. After the Arrivals, the Divine Book came out, which was, what, a 10-part series about the Quran?
Yeah, that was a 10-part series.
Okay. Whose idea was that, by the way? What did you all collaborate?
The Divine Book was... No, the Divine Book was Noriega's idea, and it's more of his series. I had assisted him with a few videos, like a few music tracks, a bit of ideas here and there, but it was more about his series.
Oh, okay.
And basically, we all needed a break after something as intense as the Arrivals. We needed to just go back and read the book that got us here in the first place and get, get in check with that.
That's funny because that's exactly how I felt when watching. I was like, yeah, this is so beautiful, but also so very important. I mean, so many people are just, so misled on what the Quran is about. They just think it's. I saw somebody wrote a comment. I did a little video on my channel, and I was saying something about Islam, and somebody said, well, as soon as you mentioned the Quran, I just threw the whole thing out. I tried to read it once, and it said that you're supposed to pray to Allah when your when your donkey defecates or something. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just say that was definitely not the Quran you were reading, and I'll just leave it at that, okay? I'm not going to get in an argument about it, but go do your homework. Oh, my gosh. But so there's just so many lies out there, but but then but at the same time it gives the great opportunity to make the little series, the Divine Book, to straighten people out. And sometimes I'll get into like let's say through emails, messaging somebody will say something against the Quran or something, and then I'll straighten them out, and then they'll say, yeah, but what about this? And then I explain it, and back and forth. Always, invariably, by the end of the bantering back and forth, however many times it has gone back and forth, sometimes 10, 12 times, they will invariably say, thank you so much, because I really had no idea that that's what it was about. I really had such a different view of the whole thing. You know, now you've clarified it for me, and now I get it, I understand, so thanks a lot. So I think, you know, that's part of our fight, right?
Absolutely.
So then we had the Divine Book, and then wasn't there, like, I forget how many long, it was maybe 3 parts on Gaza, the situation in Gaza? Were you involved in that as well?
That was like a 5-part thing,
5.
and that wasn't really a